Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In War of the Visions, let's have a look at another of Asaruto's tier lists. I do these before the release of kind of bigger characters to talk about how the JP guild battle scene went after like 2 weeks or a month after the release of that unit. Of course, JP and Global might play out differently, but this could still be helpful to somebody out there. And then this tier list was a full month after the release of Helena. The previous ones I've done of this have been like 2 weeks after the release of the unit, but yeah, this will be a month after. But we'll go from the top, and then we'll stop around S rank, because most of these bottom characters hardly ever appear in that JP guild battle, and yeah, not too much to say about them. But we have Helena appear on the very top in her own tier. She is a meta-defining unit. There are not a lot of them in War of the Visions, actually. It's pretty balanced overall. But Helena is one of the more unbalanced characters in the game. And she's still one of the strongest even now in JP, 4 months later. I've been using her a ton in a lot of recent videos. You can check those out if you like, but yeah, she's still very, very good. I've been seeing a lot of people advising other people, especially new players, to like start a new game and then do the reset marathon for Helena. I don't know if I agree with this because Helena is so strong that she is a crutch unit. I've used this terminology with other games, like when Lucifer first came out in Monster Strike. But they're so strong, they can beat so much stuff that it actually sort of impairs your ability to learn the game. Like she steamrolls over so many mechanics that you don't learn kind of the more subtle, strategic or nuanced stuff. So if you're just starting out and you're still learning the game, I don't recommend Helena. I'm sure nobody's going to listen to me, but yeah. I'll do a proper review of Helena later this week, but lots of offense, surprising amount of defense, lots of breaks and imperils and stuff. She's really good. I'm enjoying using her a lot. Okay, next we got SSS tier. These are the, I guess the best units in the game if Helena's not around. But you got 2B. If you are not ready for her, she can steamroll you. I'd be interested to hear how global players are enjoying using her after she was very much dissed before she was released. Next we have Christmas Vixida. I was debating whether to put her or Christmas Veneta on this list, because they still don't have EX jobs in Global. But maybe if people wanted to get ready with like the barracks or something, I'll put them on here. They'll give me something to talk about still. But great range, one of the better damage dealers as far as a ranged attacker. She's also got like dispels and breaks, barrier breaks as well, and she's a pretty good answer to Megamont. And then we have Megamont, a great tank, but also good utility, with status effects and then breaks himself. Okay, then we got the SS tier, still a Christmas Mashiri there. Yuna, she kind of went down from Triple S, and that's mostly due to Helena. Yuna, she just takes too much damage from Helena, and then Yuna can't do enough damage to Helena to take her down, so it's difficult for her. But if Helena's not around, then Yuna, still one of the better characters in the game. And Tita, very strong. Still surprising that he is a handout unit and that strong. And then here is Gilgamesh. This is after he got EX jobs in JP, so he's hanging in there, but he was immediately countered by Megamont. But still, with like Time Mage and stuff, he can still find a role in your party. And then 9S, very solid. I'm very close to getting him to 120 in JP. I've had him in the barracks for forever. But yeah, he's solid. He's a bruiser. He's a straight-up bruiser, I'll say it. Next is Christmas Veneta. Again, doesn't have EX jobs in Global. But she still might be an interesting opponent for Helena. She's got these strike attacks, which Helena is a little bit weak to. And then also the magic tankiness, so I would maybe try her out in Global, but really I'm waiting for the EX job to come. Alright, next we got Luelle. She is a great damage dealer in the right situation. She has some limitations, like maybe range is not her strongest suit. And then against 2B, she's not going to do great. But yeah, if used well, she's a very powerful character. And then we got Warrior of Light. Asaruto was saying that he is probably the tankier tank than Megamon. But again, Megamon has all that utility stuff with the breaks and status effects, so for that reason, Megamon is triple S, while Warrior of Light EX is double S. Alright, next we got Garble. He went down as well because of Helena. If they go against each other, there's not much that Garble can do before Helena takes him down. And then Federica came up to double S. Very good character, and I would recommend her against Helena. I had really good success against her in my first run to top 30 in Arena. That feels good to say now that I have multiple runs. And speaking of Arena real quick, I feel like I should do a very hard push once a month, just to kind of keep an eye on what the meta is, what the top players are using. I feel like I can speak much better about the game, because I did do that hard push this last week. Alright, and then another future unit, Kamiro. I put him in here just to kind of give people a preview. He is a great counter to Helena. He gets the element advantage, he has a barrier break to take away her advantage from her Trustmaster. He's got some magic resistance, so yeah, if you want a counter to Helena, he could be a good one to get. Okay, and then we got the S tier units. Not a lot to say here. Okay, that'll do it for this tier list. Looking forward to Helena. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.